Here are 3 reasons your wine might taste green. Green is a word that might come up when you are hearing tasting notes. It comes up a lot in tasting group and it can mean a lot of different things. If you're just beginning tasting, green is a really great umbrella term for am I getting anything that grows out of the ground? Could be vegetal, could be herbal, could be leafy. But then eventually you start separating this green into categories. So the biggest two that I look for are vegetal. So this is usually, it's termed herbaceous in the WSET grid, which is confusing because the other one is herbal. But it's technically like vegetal. Anything that is fresh or snappy, usually alluding to bell pepper, jalapeno, sometimes tomato leaf, and typically coming from the compound known as pyrazines, which shows up a lot in Bordeaux varieties. So if you're tasting Cabernet Sauvignon and you notice this, or if you're tasting Cabernet Franc and you're noticing this, that's why. If you're not familiar with this one, a really good example wine to try is Carmenere from Chile. This is the variety with the highest concentrations of pyrazine. So if you're wanting to get to know it, go grab this one. The second one I noticed is the herbal category. So this is like the more fresh herbs, basil, tarragon, oregano. These are often connected to skin compounds and terpenes. A lot of times these notes show up just a little bit more savory, not quite as snappy. It shows up a lot in Italian varieties. So if you're not familiar with this, a really great wine to try is a Sangiovese from Chianti. This is a wine where I tend to find herbal qualities the most. Then there is underripe green quality, and this is less about a specific compound and more about ripeness and when they pick the grapes. A lot of times this shows up more to me as like stemmy or woody, and it's kind of unpleasant. Usually shows up alongside bitterness. It suggests that they picked the grapes a little bit early and things might not have ripened. I wrote a little bit more on these green qualities. If you want to learn more about all the different types of green that could show up in red wines, just type in journal and I will send that to your DMs. Let me know if you have any other examples of green notes that show up in wines or other examples for varieties that these show up in for you. I would love to hear them.